Well, hello. It is Lisa again. I don't know why I introduced myself if I'm the only one on my channel. It has been more than a hot minute that I have come in and posted anything on YouTube. I seem to have been out of my daily breathing practice, just in favor of some other things that were going on. My Camino is coming up in short order. I head to Spain to do Primitivo. I think I travel on June 15th, begin walking on June 18th, and I leave Florida in a week to go do some work in Boise, Idaho for a couple of weeks, which I'm grateful for because I will have some hills, some mountains, some dirt. I am going to do kind of a flurry of posts probably today, this weekend, from inside, easier to hear. I've made some posts that didn't quite make it just because of the wind. But my my biggest news is I broke my arm. And it's I'm all wonky, but this is what it looks like today. I broke it hiking. As I like to remind people who do things get hurt. People who don't do things get old and fat and sick. So I even had to remind the orthopedist that, yeah, okay, I fell. I like to say that a gigantic tree root jumped out of the woods and grabbed me, but it didn't. It was really this lovely moment of, I was hiking along in a pair of boots that were pretty comfortable, and that's a whole other story about what's been comfortable and what's been not comfortable. It was at that time of day where I probably should have taken off my sunglasses, and I was in the woods, and the shadows were coming through, and there's a ton of tree roots where I was, and I stumble over them pretty regularly, but just kind of always catch myself. But I did not, and did the classic right down on my left knee, down on my left wrist, and it hurt. So I, quickly rolled over and sat there, and I thought, it's probably soft tissue. Got myself up off the ground, walked out of the woods, probably walked about a mile to my car, got in the car, drove home, which was only a few miles, was covered in dirt, crawled out of those clothes, actually got in the shower, and at that point looked down at the wrist, and it hadn't started to swell yet, so I knew it was broken. Soft tissue tends to swell up really, really quickly, and this was 40 minutes later. Drove myself to the emergency whatever walking clinic, and got it. Oh yeah, that thing's broken. And they put it in kind of a ridiculous little splint for the overnight. It really took 2 days to get in with a orthopedist who did wrists. Of course, I got in with a surgeon. So there's that whole piece of, yeah, you're going to have a cast put on, but here, let's tell you all the things that could go wrong, but let me show you the surgical fixes. So based on where the break was, I knew that there was a good shot that I could screw up with this. So sat for a week with a cast on, icing, taking care of it, not letting my hands swell, really not moving so the bone could at least start to heal. A week later, I went back, they cut me out of that cast, x-rays, and said, keep doing what you're doing, put another cast on. So I did, for 2 weeks, manage to get out. I have been in Sarasota, hiking up and down a hill mound, which has been just really great training. Plus, I found a place where a lot of people are training for hikes. So everybody has walking sticks, everybody has backpacks on, everybody's weighted down and in their proper costume, as I like to say, but it's allowed to do some great training. That said, I was glad to get out of that cast today because it was pretty gross even after 2 weeks. I'm in nothing right now. There's a little bit of a softish splint on it and an ace bandage. Seems if you buy your, they know I'm traveling soon, and I didn't want to get into Boise and have to get cut out of a cast and made a splint. So we've found a couple of removable splints that are going to be good enough as long as I don't act like an idiot. I really have at least 3 more weeks. Yeah, I'll have at least 3 more weeks in a cast to let the thing heal. But I've actually ordered 3 of them, so I can take a shower with one, get it wet, get it sweaty. So I'll have several to choose from and go from there. Hopefully one will show up from Amazon tomorrow morning before I hike. That's the kind of the hope. But my point on that was, if I had gotten it at the orthopedic clinic, they said, yeah, we're going to have to charge you $250, $300. That's what the markup is in medicine these days. But the guy got right on Amazon and said, here, I'm going to put this in your basket, and it'll be to you in a couple of days. So I managed to get the exact same one. So I'm looking forward to being able to wash my arm on a regular basis. I'm looking forward to being able to take a shower without my arm up over my head, afraid it's going to get wet. When you walk, your hands swell a little bit. So there's always this piece of going out hiking where I have to be careful on how long I'm out there, just because the cast gets super tight. But I think I've been out for about 3.5 hours kind of in the heat. So I'm really excited about that. I did find myself very emotional today. I don't think I wasn't feeling great this morning. I was a little bit dizzy, and then just being at the doctor's office, kind of worrying, like, wait a minute, what if this doesn't go the way I want? It just seemed really emotional. I got like weepy, and but in hindsight, I'm like, oh, I think I was probably just worried that things weren't going to go my way. But it is always interesting to say, I'm going to take a spiritual walk. I'm going to take this pilgrimage route. I have been on a bit of course of study, just getting ready for that, and seeing what the whole pilgrimage process means to me. So it has felt good to kind of be able to turn it over to God and really ask for help. It's a rather new thing for me, really coming out and saying, wait, I really need help on this, right? No, this is going to be tough. So probably the toughest part for me is I have been less active. Some of the work I do is body work, and I need 2 hands for that. So I have been out of a lot of work, which is a little disconcerting to be out of work for almost a month, or out of most of my work for a month, before I take a 3-week vacation. So I'm feeling a little limited there. And then again, I have to remember kind of turn that one all over and say, things will work out, things will be fine. Don't be an idiot, but just keep your wits about you and keep going. So training is going a little less than I would like it to be. As I said, I'm looking forward to being in Boise and just having different hills and elevation, different type of dirt, being in rocks, different weather. All of it is good. So it is Friday of a long weekend. So I'm grateful for a couple of days in a row of some good hiking. Again, I leave for Spain on the 15th of June. I'll be checking back in before then. Buen camino.